Namaskar and welcome to the 49th day of our Ramayana Satsanga. Lakshminatha Samarambham Nathayamuna Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Yo Nityamachyutapadam Bhujayugma Rugma Vyamohatastaditarani Trinaya Mene Asmadgurur Bhagavatosya Dayaika Sindho Ramanujasya Charanau Sharanam Prapadye आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारी परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकम् पूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् वेदवेद्ये परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदप्राचेतसादासीद् साक्षात् रामायणात्मना. With prayers at the lotus feet of Acharya and Prabhu Sri Ramachandra, let us go to our topic for today. So in previous satsang, yesterday we had discussed about how Vibhishana was accepted and Rama had him crowned as the king of Lanka. Now they discuss and Rama asks Vibhishana all information about what is the capability, what are the strengths, and what are the weaknesses of Ravana's army. Then they start thinking about how they can cross the ocean. So, what Vibhishana suggests is that Vibhishana has seen that by surrendering to Rama, he agreed and accepted him, right? So, Vibhishana says that why don't you request the Samudra Raja to part ways so that all the Vanaras can go across the ocean. So Rama agrees and then he asks Lakshmana to set up a grass of the darbha, a bed of the darbha grass, and sitting in that position, lying on that grass, Rama waits for 3 days in surrender to the Samudra Raja. So this is the 8th example of Sharanagati in the Ramayana. Now he waits for 3 days and he's waiting with a request in his heart that Samudra Raja should come before him and he should accept the surrender that Rama has done and he should part ways for all of them to move across. But even after 3 nights pass, Samudra Raja is not coming. So Rama gets very angry and he says that, okay, there is no value for people who are quiet and who have mild manners. So let me show my might. And he releases 3 arrows at the ocean. Still, the Samudra Raja doesn't come. There's a lot of damage that is created by these arrows of Rama, and yet the Samudra Raja doesn't come there. So now Rama tells Lakshmana and he prepares to release the Brahmastra. As soon as Samudra Raja notices that Rama is getting ready to release the Brahmastra, he immediately appears and he surrenders to Rama and says, please forgive me. I am sorry that I did not come before this, but there is no question of me doing something like what you requested because it is the rules of the universe. It is the rules set down in the Shastras. It is what has been ordained by the Purushottama, by Paramatma himself, that the Samudra should be a water body. It cannot part ways and it cannot dry up and make way for anybody to pass. Then it will be against the laws of nature. So that is why I could not do that. But now that you have said that you want some help, I can offer you certain help. That is what Samudra Raja says to Rama. So what are these facilities that he offers to Rama? He says, firstly, I will make sure that in the ocean there are many animals, there are many poisonous animals, there are many dangerous animals. I will make sure that they don't trouble you as you cross this ocean and go. Secondly, Samudra Raja tells Rama that the son of Vishwakarma, who is the great divine architect of the Devatas, that Vishwakarma's son Nala is in your army. So you tell him to design and to build a bridge. And I will make sure that I will hold that bridge. Whatever stones and rocks and other things they are using to build the bridge, I will make sure that they float and they don't sink into the water. So I will hold up that bridge that your Nala makes. Now, Rama is very pleased with the solution offered by Samudra Raja. And he says that he has to target the Brahmastra somewhere. So he says, tell me now, what should I do? At that point, Samudra tells him that there is a place called Drumatulya, which is in the northern part, north of our top of our country, and there are some enemies there who are polluting the waters, who are harming people by putting poisonous things into the water. So he says to target those people, and Rama sends the Brahmastra in that direction, and those enemies are killed. Now, because Samudra Raja has offered all these help, Nala starts the building of the bridge, and all the monkeys, all the vanaras, all the bears who have come, everybody very enthusiastically, they start picking up stones and they throw those boulders and rocks and stones, and they pick up the trunks of some trees, and the trees are thrown, and all that, the sand from the ocean shore is put there. And within 5 days, the bridge which connects this part of where they are standing. It is a place which is even now known as Dhanush Kodi. So that place on the southernmost tip of our country, that point is connected now to Lanka by this bridge, which has been built by all the Vanaras under the guidance of Nala. And once the bridge is ready, Hanuman carries Rama, Angada carries Lakshmana, and with great enthusiasm, all the Vanaras march over the bridge and they reach Lanka. This day, when they reach Lanka, you remember that Sita had given 1 month time to Rama. She said, I will not live beyond 1 month. Ever since she told that, this is the 10th day. So on day 10, after that deadline set by Sita, they have reached there in Lanka. And now they are going to launch war against Ravana. So whatever we talked about today, there are some other extra aspects that we need to see. So let us consider those for today. This place where Rama did Sharanagati to the Samudra Raja, it is called as Tirupullani Kshetram. That place is there even now. Tiru means holy. Pull in Tamil means grass. Anai means bed. So the place where Rama, the holy Rama, that holy place where Rama lay on the bed of grass is called Tirupullani Kshetram. This is also the place, it is on the seashore. So this is where Vibhishana came and did Sharanagati to Rama, and he was accepted. And therefore, it is also called as the Sharanagati Kshetram. It is also a place where Rama did Sharanagati to Samudra Raja, but that did not get accepted. Here, there is a temple in this Kshetra. There are different Vigrahas, different Murtis of the Lord. One which is the oldest one is called as Adi Jagannatha Perumal. This is the Lord, it is said, whom Rama worshipped before going to cross the ocean. There, where Rama is lying on the bed of Darbha grass, that Murti of the Lord, that Vigraha, is called as Darbha Shayana Perumal. Shayana means to be in lying position. Darbha is the grass. Now, these Vigrahas are there in that temple. Now, Acharyas explain that when this Rama lay on that bed of grass in front of the ocean, they wonder at this beautiful sight. They say, there are two oceans we can see here. One is Samudra Raja, that ocean of water. And the other, who is the other ocean? It is this Rama himself. Why? Because Acharyas say Rama is an ocean of gunas. He is Guna Samudra, right? Or the other thing they say is that he is Karuna Sagara. He is the ocean of compassion. So this one ocean is lying on the bank of the other ocean. What a wonderful sight this is, say the Acharyas. Now we saw that Rama did Sharanagati to the Samudra Raja, but that did not work. It did not give any fruits. Why? Because as we know, one of the most important requirements in this Sharanagati is that who is the one who is the Sharanya? Who is the one to whom we are surrendering? The quality of that person, the ability, the power of that person is very significant in determining whether Sharanagati fructifies or not. Now, if you see in all the other instances, wherever there was fruitful Sharanagati, the Sharanyan was Rama, and he is truly capable of giving whatever has been asked. But Samudra Raja is, after all, a Devata. He is someone who has been appointed by the Supreme Lord. So he does not have all the power in the world. He is under the power of the Supreme Lord. Rama is none other than Sriman Narayana. So Rama's power is more than that of Samudra Raja. So the very basic quality that the person to whom surrender has to be done should be superior to the one who is doing the surrendering. That requirement is not met. And therefore, this Sharanagati did not fructify. Now, while referring to this incident, Swami Vedanta Deshikar, in his composition called as Paduka Sahasra, which he has sung on the Paduka, the footwear of Swami Ranganatha, in that composition, he says, actually, Rama pretended as though he is getting angry with Samudra Raja. He would actually not have done anything to harm Samudra Raja. Why is it so? Because he explains that this Samudra is receiving water which has come from all the rivers, isn't it? So the Ganga river is also flowing into this same Samudra. Now, Ganga is receiving the water which has come from Sharayu river, right? Where is Sharayu river? In Ayodhya, on the bank, in and around that place of Ayodhya. So in Nandigrama, Bharata has kept the Padukas of Rama, isn't it? And he is doing Abhisheka to that Paduka every day, as if he would do to Rama himself. So he is offering Abhisheka to the Paduka. That water from the Abhisheka is flowing into the Sarayu river. From the Sarayu river, it is coming into the Ganga river. From the Ganga river, it is coming into the Samudra. So that water with which Padukas have been worshipped has found its way into the Samudra. How will Rama do something into the Samudra, to the Samudra where his own Paduka's water has come? He will definitely not do anything harmful. That is what the Acharyas explain. Now, why is this being said like this? Because the Acharya explains further that the Paduka of the Lord is more valuable, it is more precious than the Lord Himself. How can somebody say like that? Normally, when we see for us, we don't say that our whatever slipper or footwear we are wearing is more valuable than us, isn't it? We are more valuable, definitely. And that footwear is something that we just use to walk here and there. But in the case of the Lord, in case of Rama, his padukas are more superior to him, says Desikar. What is the reason for this? Because when Bharata came to Chitrakuta and he wanted to take Rama back, Rama said, I cannot come. So Bharata said, give me something of yours and I will take it. So Rama gave his padukas. What Acharyas explain here is that generally, suppose let us say somebody is going to take a loan, and he wants a loan from the bank. He is asked to give something as a surety, isn't it? Now, that whatever he is giving as a surety should be of greater value than the amount that he is going to get for the loan. Then only there is some value in keeping that thing as surety. So, if you compare that situation with what Rama did with his padukas, Rama promised Bharata that I will come after 14 years. Till then, you keep these padukas. So, just like the surety item is bigger and more valuable than the loan, like that, the padukas of Rama are more superior to Rama himself. And therefore, when the uh, tirtha of that Paduka Abhisheka comes into the Samudra, that is bigger than Rama himself. And therefore, Rama would definitely never have done anything to Samudra Raja. This is the wonderful meaning that is given by Swami Deshika in his Paduka Sahasra. Now, in this incident of doing Sharanagati, of building the bridge and reaching across to Lanka, there are some two important stories which teach something of very great value to all of us who are on the sadhana marga. Now, these stories don't appear in the Valmiki Ramayana, but they are popularly told and they are used by our acharyas to tell us important things about our spiritual practice. The first one is about how, when the bridge was being built, now in Valmiki Ramayana it is said that Samudra Raja told, I will support you, throw the stones, I will support them, I will make sure that they are floating, right? But there is a story which is told here, you must have heard this story multiple times, that Rama went and saw how the bridge building was going on. So he noticed that these Vanaras, on every stone, Hanuman was writing Ram, Ram, Ram and giving that stone to the Vanaras. They were throwing that stone into the ocean and it was floating. Now Rama thought, okay, these people are throwing the stones and the stones are floating. Let me also throw a stone and see what happens. So Rama himself goes, he picks up one rock and he throws it into the ocean, expecting that it will float. But what happens? That stone sinks. So he's shocked and he's surprised. Hanuman has been watching him, and Hanuman says, "Oh Lord, what are you worried about?" He asks. So Rama says, "No, I'm surprised. You people have written Rama, and you are throwing the stone, and it is floating. I am Rama myself. I am throwing the stone, and why it sank?" So then Hanuman laughs and he says, "Swami, you don't know the value of your own name." And it is told, Ram se bada Ram ka naam, even bigger than Rama, even greater power than Rama himself is there in the name of the Lord. So, the form of the Lord, the Rupa of the Lord is no doubt beautiful, but in today's Kali Yuga, it is not available for us. It is there in the temple in the Archavatara, but we have not seen Rama with our own eyes. But what is it that we have which is more powerful than Rama himself? We have the name of Rama. So, by constantly chanting the Lord's name, by constant namasmaran, by constantly remembering the name of the Lord and chanting it, we will get more power than if we had actually stood in front of Rama himself. So, this is taught to us through this story. The power of Rama's name was so much that the stones on which Rama was written were floating. When Rama himself went and took a stone and threw, it didn't float, it sank. So, that is the greatness of Rama's name. The second story, which is told in connection to this building of the bridge, is about the squirrel. The squirrel, you must have noticed, has three black stripes on its back. How did it get those stripes? That is connected to its role in the building of the bridge. So what happened is all these Vanaras, they were throwing the rocks and stones and they were busy enthusiastically building the bridge. There was a tiny squirrel that came there, and that squirrel said that, "Oh, such a great karya is going on. Everybody is involved in Rama Karya. I also want to do something." But what can the little squirrel do? It is so tiny. The Vanaras are very powerful, they have a lot of strength. They are lifting all the rocks and trees and throwing them and building the bridge. The squirrel thought, what can I do? What service can I offer to Rama? So what it did was, it went into the water, it wetted its skin, it came back and rolled in the sand, and those grains of sand stuck to its skin. Then it went onto the bridge which was being built, and uh, it shook its entire body so that those grains of sand loosened from its skin and fell into those gaps between the stones. So that sand which fell into those gaps served like a cement to hold those stones together. This little squirrel, and how much sand can it carry in its little body? And yet, without thinking that I am so tiny, I can't do anything, everybody else is already doing so much, it didn't think like that. What was its bhava? I want to do something in Rama Seva. I want to do some Kankarya to Rama. With that spirit of wanting to serve, that squirrel did whatever little it could, isn't it? And that is why we use the term in Kannada, we say Alilu Seva. What is that Adilu Seva? Whatever tiny bit I can do, like how that squirrel did. Like that, we must also do our tiny bit for whatever task is there in front of us. How that squirrel did that, it knew that it cannot play a very big role. It did not have any illusion that it is doing a very grand task. But whatever little it could do, it did. Just because a task is very big, it didn't say, I can't do anything. It did what little it could. And that also played a role in building of the bridge. Similarly, in our life, whenever we are part of an important job, whatever little we can do, we must offer our seva to that. And more so, especially when it comes to doing seva to the Lord, when it comes to doing seva to the Bhagavatas, to the devotees of the Lord, we must do with the same bhava like that squirrel did. Now Rama saw this service offered by the squirrel, and very lovingly he picked up the squirrel and out of gratitude to that squirrel for having done that seva, he gently rubbed his hand over its back. And it is said, ever since then, the Indian squirrels have those three stripes on their back because that was the place where Rama touched that squirrel. These are some of the stories which are told to motivate us, to inspire us to do our little bit. So let us see how we can adopt these things in our life. One thing, we need to constantly keep chanting the Lord's name. Second thing, there is a lot of power in the Lord's name, so we must keep chanting that. Second thing is, like the squirrel, let us do our tiny bit in Dharma Karya. Let us do our tiny bit to make this world a better place. Let us do our tiny bit to be calm and composed and to create a good atmosphere in our house. Let us do our tiny bit to be sattvic, to help other people around us. Whatever we can see as our seva, let us do that with the spirit of the squirrel, that I am doing whatever little bit I can in order to give pleasure to the Lord. If we do that, we will definitely gradually progress in our sadhana. So, all these things that the acharyas have taught us, let us offer gratitude at their lotus feet. Let us pray for the blessings and grace of Sri Rama and acharyas to always be on us. मङ्गलं कोसलेन्द्राय महनीयगुणाब्धये चक्रवर्तीतनूजाय सार्वभौमाय मङ्गलं वेदवेदान्तवेद्याय मेघश्यामलमूर्तये पुंसां मोहनरूपाय पुण्यश्लोकाय मङ्गलं पितृभक्ताय सततं भ्रातृभिः सासीतया नन्दिताखिललोकाय रामभद्राय मङ्गलं श्रीमते रघुवीराय सेतूलङ्घितसिन्धवे जितराक्षसराजाय रणधीराय मङ्गलं मङ्गलाशासनपरैर्मदाचार्यपुरोगमैः सर्वैश्च पूर्वैराचार्यैः सत्कृतायास्तु मङ्गलम्. Thank you, everybody. We'll meet again tomorrow and see what happens next. Namaskar.